Disclaimer: this article does not apply to parents who stayed at home to raise their children, or spouses who truly added value to their partners, such as being really good in bed or being really good in house chores, or however you like to define it. My ex-husband thought because my salary was higher than his, I was obligated to pay him alimony. Wrong. Just because there's some income disparity, it doesn't mean alimony is automatically required. The attorneys know that too, not to mention the marriage only lasted 20 months. They know any alimony requests are baseless. Despite this, my ex fought for alimony in court for over 2 years, filing numerous motions on various issues. He was relentless in asking for money. Even when I was laid off, he and his attorney argued that income should be imputed to me. After 2 years, the court finally dismissed his alimony request. This entire fight over alimony was completely unnecessary. But how did it come to this? The biggest misconception about alimony is that it's automatic whenever there's an income difference. This notion is perpetuated by media portrayals of high-profile celebrity divorces, which often highlight the drama of large alimony awards that sustain a lavish lifestyle. These cases do not represent the average divorce and frequently omit the real-life legal framework. Alimony is not a given. It's awarded based on specific circumstances such as the length of the marriage, the financial needs of the recipient, and the paying spouse's ability to provide support. Shorter marriages, especially those under 10 years, rarely result in alimony awards. Even with a marriage of 10 years, if both parties were employed, establishing the need for alimony is challenging. Alimony is typically reserved for a spouse who lacks the financial resources to support themselves post-divorce, such as someone who has been out of the workforce for a significant period or has become disabled. In other cases, meeting the criteria for alimony is difficult in court nowadays. You see, the general legal framework for awarding alimony is simple and straightforward. But why do people like my ex still play dumb and persistently demand it in court? Simply put, greed and laziness are common flaws in human nature. The prospect of additional income without working for it is enticing. My ex, in his 30s, healthy, fully employed with his own savings and a new girlfriend, would still take any extra money without a blink. Celebrity divorces and TV shows make people like my ex believe they're entitled to alimony. Since this belief is so self-beneficial, they continue to seek out, interpret, and remember information that confirms their pre-existing views on alimony. This is called confirmation bias. It's a cognitive bias that leads people to favor information that supports their initial beliefs while disregarding or minimizing contradictory evidence. Even when the judge told my ex in the first court hearing that alimony is rehabilitative only, my ex continued with multiple motion filings. His perception of reality is already distorted due to his own confirmation bias. What about attorneys? Why wouldn't they stop someone like my ex from making baseless alimony requests that have no chance of being awarded? Imagine you're my ex walking into your attorney's office and saying, "I want alimony because she makes more than I do and she should pay." Do you think your attorney would tell you straight up you're not going to get it and risk losing your business? Unlikely. Instead, they will say, "We can certainly fight for it. There's definitely a chance we can help you to get more in settlement." You see what's being done here? Your attorney just assures you that they're going to fight for you and get you more in settlement. but never addresses the legitimacy of your alimony request. Want to file a motion for your alimony request? Great. On average, an attorney can bill you for about 4 hours for filing the motion itself, the affidavit/argument, the exhibits, etc., etc. The more conflicts you create in your divorce, the more money the attorney can make. They know how to make you feel your needs are being served and charge you more without leaving any room for you to sue them later. Therefore, there is nothing more important than exercising your critical thinking when working with an attorney. It enables you to question the necessity and validity of actions proposed by your attorney and evaluate your own emotional bias. You can do that with Anu. Anu's financial disclosure platform helps you comb through your net worth and income and expenses, which are fundamental factors that determine the legitimacy of alimony requests. Go to loveanu.co/truth and get your free 7-day trial. If your spouse is pretending to be poor, you can use Anu's financial discovery guide to uncover hidden income and assets and demonstrate the truth of your marital finances. Use code TRUTH for 20% off. You might think, whatever, I'll just ask for everything and let the court decide. When was the last time you trusted a system, and how did that work out? Matrimonial judges don't like to make decisions because rulings can expose them to potential liabilities. They see their job as, quote-unquote, facilitating settlement discussions. If you expect a judge to decide based on your demands, you'll likely face long delays. In an effort to appear impartial, the judge often ends up creating a resolution that leaves both parties somewhat dissatisfied. Other misconceptions about alimony include the beliefs that it is indefinite, that it's meant to sustain the same marital lifestyle, or that it serves as a punishment. If you're making these requests, get rid of your confirmation bias and get your critical thinking back. If your spouse is making such requests, know your finances like the back of your hand and bend their reality. This is Harsh Truths of Love. We share real stories, hard lessons, bold takes, and be smarter in life. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Leave your comment and let us know your thoughts. Please subscribe. We would love to see you next week.